wanna tonight, I wanna get nasty. What you waiting for? What you waiting for?
What's good, my brave babies? It's your girl Brand. I'm back again with another video. As y'all can see by the title of today's video, I'm gonna be doing my COVID experience. I know you're like, what the, you have COVID? Like, yes, I have COVID. Like, it's not a good experience and nothing like that. It's just like, so yeah. But before we get into all that, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications to be notified every time I upload a video, because y'all do not want to miss out. Y'all most definitely do not want to miss out on anything. So yeah, let's get straight into the video. Today I'm going to be doing my COVID experience, a story time. I'm going to be telling y'all my symptoms. I'm going to be telling y'all remedies. And I'm going to be telling y'all what they don't tell you about COVID. Like what doctors don't tell you about COVID, what the government do not tell you about COVID, what social media do not tell you about COVID, what they don't tell you about COVID even when you catch it. So yeah, y'all gonna really want to tune into this video and take COVID seriously. Pause this video, regather all your thoughts, and be like, I have to take COVID seriously because I do not want this. Trust me, y'all, it's nothing that y'all would want. Like, it's nothing that I will not wish this on my worst enemy. Like, nothing I would want. So yeah, let's get straight into this video, this story time. Grab your popcorn, grab all that, because it's been to be going down. So, I'm going to just tell y'all from beginning, before I even thought of COVID, had COVID, to, you know, to where things happen, you know, and to the end and to now, okay? So, it was like a couple weeks ago, like in July, around the ending of July. You know, I was feeling a little like, I have asthma, so like, I was feeling like a little out of breath, you know, headaches, you know, out of breath. Feel like I needed something to drink all the time. Like I needed water. Like as I get to drinking water, I need another one. Like I need another one, I need another one. Like my mouth was so dry. So like, I didn't really like, you know. And then around that time, at the end of July, it was my sister's dad's birthday. So his birthday was like July the 27th, and my grandma did a birthday dinner for him also. So she did a birthday dinner for him, and he also went to his family house for a birthday party of him. So mind you, I'll just tell y'all this right now. Mind you, his family had like complications with COVID, and I didn't know nothing about until my mama said something about when me and my sister had COVID. So yeah, went to, like, I think he either went to his family house first, and then my grandma had something like the next day or something, or following weeks. But it was one of those, y'all. So like, yeah, he went to his family house for his birthday. Then we all went to my grandma's house. So it was me, my grandma, my mama, my little sister, him, and my cousins and stuff. So we just there vibing. You know, I'm still regularly having like, you know, like trouble breathing a little bit. You know, asthma. I'm thinking it's asthma. You know, my asthma be acting up and stuff like that. So, you know, headaches, you know, I'm just like on my ladies thing, you know. So I'm having like, you know, I'm just like, you know, kind of weird, because I was kind of forgetting my asthma pump everywhere I go sometimes. So yeah, so you know, that day go by, you know, nothing to it like that. Also, remind you, my sister kind of started acting a little weird that day, like, so I didn't really think of nothing of it, but I did think of something of it, like, so. You know, days go by, we leave that, you know, that's left that day, you know, next days and days afterwards. My sister's dad started getting sick, like, he got sick or whatever. So he got sick, y'all, he stayed home away from us. Like, he had his own little house. He stayed home away from us. So he was sick. He was thinking he had a regular feeling cold. So I'm like, okay, well, he had a regular cold. He needs to stay over there. Like, you know, he not nowhere around us, not trying to get us sick. And then, like, a week or two after that, my sister gets sick. Like, my little sister, she kind of, not really sick like that, but she had, like, a little runny nose, you know. You know, you could hear the wheezing, asthma and everything. So, like, she was kind of getting a little sick. Like, you know, I was just like, oh, I don't need to get sick, you know, like, I don't need to get sick. I don't know what's going on, like, everybody getting sick. So I'm like, okay, she might have a regular cold. Mind you, I'm still having a little complication with asthma and stuff like that. I'm thinking asthma, because, you know, I've been going through that, like, a lot. So, like, okay, I'm having a little complication with asthma and stuff like that. So, mind you, that's kind of like in the beginning in the beginning of August where she started getting sick. So, like, okay. Today is currently, like, August 23rd. So, I'm like, okay. So, say a week or two afterwards, she's still kind of sick. Her dad not that much sick, but he's coming around. Like, he coming right back around, you know, around us and stuff. So, you know, when you in your own house, you don't think of nothing to take that much of precaution of having your mask, wearing your mask on in your house, you know, because you should feel safe around your people, you know. Like, they should be taking precaution when they're outside the door. They should be, like, wearing their masks and stuff, washing their hands regularly and everything. So, you know, you in your house, you want to feel comfortable. So, like, yeah. So, I'm not really thinking of it, you know. So, yeah, my sister kind of feels sick. My mom was just like, oh, I'm going to take her to the hospital. I'm going to take her to the hospital. Like, it was like one of the days she had kind of hit her head. So, like, she was going to take her to the hospital, but the hospital took so long. Like, she just didn't. She was like, okay, I'm not going to wait. So, you know how little toddlers is. My sister is 3 years old. So, yeah. You know, they always clumsy falling. So, yeah. So, it was one day she was like, one night she was just like, I'm gonna take her to the hospital. And, you know, my boyfriend, he been spending the night, like, crazy. Like, we been together, like, all the time. Like, so, like, he been with me, like, 24/7, every day, every week, you know. So, he was spending the night, and it was, like, one night she was just like, I'm gonna take her to the hospital, because, like, she's still kind of sick, you know. And I don't want it to be COVID, and then I'm just gonna send her here. So, like, I was like, okay. She's like, in the morning, I'm taking her to the hospital. I'm like, okay. So the morning come, and then her dad, my sister's dad, comes over. She's just like, well, I'm gonna take her to the hospital. Mind you, again, another reminder, my granddad also stayed with us. So she was something like, I don't know, either her dad done got her sick, or either my granddad done got her sick, because he goes in and out the door too. So she was like, I'm gonna take you to the hospital. So it was that day she was taking us to the hospital. It was her, my mama went, my sister went, and my sister dad went. So she took her to the hospital, you know, regularly. She took her to the hospital. So I'm like, okay. Me and my boyfriend here, you know, we chilling and everything. Like, she took her to the hospital. So, you know, hours go by. You know, I ain't really heard nothing, you know. She just like, she's waiting. I ain't hear nothing bad. She said my sister dad is getting seen about, so they take him x-rays and stuff like that. So she's waiting and stuff like that. Then a little few more hours later, like after me and my boyfriend here just eating and everything, having a good old little time, taking naps and stuff, she called me. You know, hours go by, and then she finally called me. Like, she called me, oh, KK just took the COVID test, you know. She done got seen already, so, you know, she was just like, she bet not come out with COVID, this and that. And my sister was kind of like sick. So she was on the phone. She was like, KK, keep your mask on, because, you know, it's so much COVID at the hospital. So she was saying like, oh, KK better not have COVID. I know one thing, KK better not have COVID. Like, she just kept saying that. Like, my sister's nickname is KK. So, like, she's like, KK better not have COVID. Like, KK better not have COVID. She was like, we waiting on her dad. Her dad is in there doing his x-rays. He not telling them to move a little faster and this and that. Like, she was irritated. So I was like, okay, well, call me when, like, y'all finna leave. So she ended up calling me, like, an hour later, and she was just like, she sounded so mad. She, like, kind of started screaming. She was like, girl, your sister got COVID, this and that. KK got COVID, this and that. I was like, what? Because I was like, what? Because, like, you know, me and my sister do a lot together. She's still a toddler and a baby. Some things that she can't do herself. So, like, we eat off each other, like, not eat off each other, but, you know, like, we eat together, like, you know. So I'm like, wait, like, I got to have COVID. Then if she got COVID, I just kept saying, like, before my mom went to the hospital, and then I said, if KK got COVID, then I got to have COVID, because ain't no way I was sitting here eating off her. We was eating off each other, like, the other day, like, we was eating together and stuff. So, like, she was like, she didn't really think of nothing like that, but yeah. So she was like, KK got COVID, this and that. I'm so mad at this and that. It doesn't make no sense. Like, who gonna give her COVID? Like, I was like, maybe her dad gave her COVID because her dad was sick. Then that's when she kind of little mentioned that her dad went, when she went to his birthday party at his family house, that his family had COVID complications, like his sister, his dad, and his uncle and all that, whatever you want to call it. Whoever over there had a COVID, had complications with COVID, and had COVID bad, and was going in and out of the hospital. So I was like, well, dang, like, y'all didn't tell me. Like, I could have been masked up around him because, of course, Jenny must have had COVID, like, you know. So I was like, ain't no way, Jenny. I was like, ain't no way. Okay, my sister's dad is Jenny. So I was like, ain't no way he ain't got COVID. Like, now, at this point, it ain't no way he ain't got COVID. So, you know, she was like, he need to get out this hospital now. He need to get out this hospital now. I was like, whoa. Like, she was going off on the phone. Like, my boyfriend was over here like, oh, my God. Like, she was like, he need to get out this hospital now. I was like, oh. So she was like, I'm calling you back. I'm finna call him. And her phone was dead too. So she was also mad. Like, she was like, she cannot call off her phone. So she had to use my little sister's phone. She was like, hold on, I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call him and tell him to hurry up. Tell him to hurry up. I was like, okay. She called him and this and that. I don't know what was said. She was just like, and she was like, he said they, when she called me back, she was like, he said they taking x-rays and but they need to hurry up and this and that. I was like, ooh. So yeah, that's what she was saying when she called back and this and that. She was like, his test results still ain't come in yet. She was like, I was like, I feel like he probably got it. I just feel like that's probably why it's taking so long. She was like, of course he probably had to have it because my KK ain't just gonna get it from nothing, like this and that. Like, so we was just like, what? So I kid you not, she got her phone with me. She was like, I called when we were about to leave. So she called me or texted me or whatever, saying that they coming back home and this and that. And she mad as ever. Like, she was so mad she wanted to leave my sister dad out there by himself. She was like, I ain't got time for this. I'm finna go. My baby got COVID. I'm gonna have to take care of her. I'm finna go. And this and that. But mind you, before she left, she did try to take my sister back in there. It was like, she got COVID, this and that, and now she not feeling good. But, you know, they was handling other people and stuff. They was like, if she got COVID, just quarantine her for 14 days, this and that. Because they don't really do nothing for babies. So, like, yeah. So, she was so mad. So, they got ready. They got to leave. And she called me. She said, y'all need to, she was like, y'all talk to me over. She was like, y'all need to get up out my house. She's like, he was like, everybody that's in my house need to leave. Like, y'all need to leave. My KK got COVID. I don't know where she got it from. Y'all need to leave. So my boyfriend had to leave. My granddad, I don't know where he was at. I think he was either here or not here. I was like, oh, I called my grandma. I was like, Grandma, you know, KK got COVID, this and that. She was like, oh, what? She was like, what? You know, my mom kind of told her already, but she was like, what? This and that. She was like, where she got it from, this and that. My grandma thinking that she got it from us, but she really didn't. The whole time, she got it from her. She got it from that. So I was like, okay. So my boyfriend leave, you know, sad. We got sad that we can't see each other like that, you know. You know, we kind of was. But I was quarantining since KK had COVID. I had to quarantine for 14 days myself because I was in contact with her. So I was like, okay, man, you go home, you get tested and see if you got COVID. Make sure you're not. If you don't, just stay over there because, you know, like, I don't want to give it to you. Like, so, yeah. My mama get home. My mama, my sister, dad, and my little sister get home. They home. So my boyfriend gone. My granddad here, I believe. So, yeah. Then, I kid you not, we sitting there waiting on my little sister dad results because they don't tell you in the hospital. They tell you it comes to your phone. So, like, that's how my mama found out my little sister results. So, yeah, they tell you over the phone. So, she's just like, oh, wait, did your test results come in yet? Like, she just kept asking him. Did it come in yet? Did your test results come in yet? This and that, because I need to know. This and that. I'm wearing my mask around the house. You know, I ain't trying to take nothing. She was like, KK, we got to lock up in the room for 14 days and this and that, you know, because, like, there's nobody really to, like, maneuver around to keep me and my sister, like, or keep one of us if the other one got COVID, you know. So it's like my mama really taking care of both of us. So, like, even though I didn't have COVID at that moment. So, yeah, she just like, this and that. Did your test results come in? He just like, nah, they didn't come in. So she sent him to go get food. Like, she sent him to go get us some dry rolls, y'all. Some dry rolls. So, you know, he went to go get some food. He come back. Like, and then soon as he come back, they came in. I was like, okay, if my sister got it, like I already knew she had. I was like, I knew my sister had it. So if she has it, then I have to have it. And I was like, if KK got it, then he must have it because he must have gave it to her. So she like put in the stuff. Do you see her login? He moving slow. She said,
let me see the phone.
So she get the phone and she put it in there for him. Like he moving slow, and she don't got no type of patience with nobody. Nobody. I'm talking about my mama is going off. She don't got no type of patience with nobody. Like at this point, I think she was ready to fight or something like that. So she put them in. She scrolled down to the test results. I kid you not. They say
Positive.
She said, "Oh no!" Like we was all standing together. It was like me, and then it was like him, and then it was like my mama, and then I was like, before then I was like, if them test results come out positive, I'm finna bounce all the way to the other side of this house. I kid you not, we sat down, those test results was positive, and she said, your stuff came out positive. You got to quarantine. I kid you not, I went bouncing all the way to the other side of the house. He was talking about something. Oh nah, oh nah, oh nah, like you didn't know. Like it ain't no way that you wouldn't know that you had COVID. Like them cold sickness wasn't nothing. Like it ain't just come out the blue. Then you was around your family that had COVID. That I didn't know anything about that. So I was like, oh my God, he just went to go get food, some good behind food, and he got COVID. Like it might have COVID symptoms just floating around on there. So like so he was like, I'm gonna hurry get my food and I'm gonna leave, you know, this and that. I'm gonna hurry get my part of my food and I'm gonna leave. So he got his part of the food. She was like, you need to go quarantine and everything, this and that. Don't be around us because we already got a quarantine with KK. She got COVID. So yeah, that's what he did. He left and this and that. That was like one day, which I believe was it that was like August the 13th that this had all happened. That my mama found out, and I believe that was a Friday. So yeah, it was like August the 13th. So I don't know how he texted me. It was like August the 13th, and that was like a Friday. So she was like, okay. So I was like, okay, well I need to go get tested. I was like, I need to go get tested there so I can know if I have it to the quarantine too and get away from y'all. And then if I can know if I don't have it, I can take more precautions, like be away from the house a little bit, like going out or something like that. So like I started feeling sick. Like as soon as like I kid you not, as soon as my mom like KK had COVID, I kind of started feeling like weird and sick and stuff. So yeah, I was feeling sick. So that's why I was like, I got to go get tested. Like I got to go get tested. So that day ended, you know, quarantining kind of started. My sister was locked up in the room. Mama was in there with her. So yeah, that happened. The next day, August the 14th. I had to go to the hospital. Like I was like, we met my mom went to the hospital, made sure we didn't have COVID, we was clear and this and that. So yeah, we went to the hospital. Like I believe it was later that day we went. It was later that day because I was already kind of getting symptoms of a little cough and headaches and, you know, feeling like, you know, feeling off, you know, and, you know, I haven't been sick since before all this COVID started because, you know, for sure nobody been sick before all this COVID started. Like everybody been sick before, and then when COVID came, it was never no regular colds anymore that people was getting sick. So yeah, I was flagging, y'all. I was kind of a little flagging, like, okay, you know, I'm gonna go, and then, you know, get close to, I started fixing me food. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to wait, you know, like, I'm gonna wait. And, you know, like, I was kind of a little flagging, because, like, this is why I'm finna figure out if I have COVID, which I feel like I already do, because I was in contact with my sister. But, you know, it's a scary thing to find out. So, you know, we finally go to the hospital that day, August the 14th. We go in there. You have to take a shuttle or anything upstairs because you cannot go up the elevator to the second floor or anything. You have to go to the emergency room. So, you know, I'll take a shuttle and stuff up there. So we go up there. We get to the emergency room. We get off the shuttle and everything. You know, and they don't let you go in. They ask you what's the issue. So we was like, we might have COVID, you know. They test you. They have seats outside for COVID patients. They test, like, they blood pressure with the cuff and everything. Take a little temperature and stuff, this and that. My temperature was like 98 or 99. You know, my mama got tested too, even though she really needs to. But she was like, I'm gonna make up a lie and be like, I think I got COVID and see if I can get tested, because they will not test you regularly. If you feel like you were in contact with somebody and had COVID, then yeah, they will not really like test you directly. It would just like kind of brush it off. It's just like go quarantine. So yeah, we get there, you know, like wait 20 minutes and they took us back. They said they're gonna take us back in an isolation area. Y'all, I kid you not, do not get COVID, because that isolation area is scary. Like, if you stay where I stay, y'all know who stay where I stay, y'all know where we at. Like, that isolation area is so scary. Like, I would not want to go back in there ever again. Like, no. Feel like, no. It just feel like, no. Scary, like. So, like, yeah. So, we get back there, you know. They put us in these other seats back there. They taking the same thing they took out there at the top of the emergency area, like, you know, outside of it. So, like, they take the blood pressure cuff, the temperature and everything again. You got people, you got the doctors and stuff walking around with big suits and stuff with masks on and everything. It's so scary, I kid you not. So, yeah. So, they were just like, you have been in contact with anybody with COVID? I was like, my little sister. She just found out she was just here yesterday. Got tested positive for COVID. I was like, I might have it because, you know, I be interacting with her. And my mama might have it because, you know, she take care of both of us. So, like, yeah. So, okay, it was like, okay, they asked you questions and stuff. Then they finally get to testing me. Like, they got the little stuff, the little swab. They had some type of liquid in there. I never seen that because last time they tested me, it wasn't no liquid in the thing. But, yeah. That junk burned. Like, it burnt so bad. It burnt so bad. Like, the way it burnt at that point, like, I was like, I want to know so bad, what type of liquid did they have the swab already, like, dipped in? But, yeah, it burnt my nose so bad. Like, last COVID test I took, they didn't have no liquid, so it didn't really burn. It just, like, burnt when, you know, stick it all up there. But it burnt until it didn't touch my nose. So, I'm like, is they giving me COVID to have COVID? But, like, you know, could be the case. But, yeah, we both got tested or whatever, you know. Got all our discharge papers and stuff like that. You know, they made me walk around the little lobby thing where I was at an isolation area. They took x-rays and stuff. They send you home. So, like, the test results won't come on your phone until, like, 3 hours. It was like, it'll probably take 3 hours. So, I was like, okay. We waited until 3 hours. We got home. By the time we was home by then and everything, hour or two by the time we was home, like when we was home, hour or two. My mama's test results came, I believe, as soon as we got home. My mama's test results came and it was like negative. So she was like, I don't got COVID, but I'm gonna have to deal with your sister, the one that got COVID. I have to take care of her son. I have COVID after that. So I was like, okay, so I go in my room, you know, he's quarantining from different rooms and stuff. Like, 30 minutes after her test came in, she's like, did your test come in? I was like, no, this and that. 30 minutes after my test results came in through her phone, because it didn't come through my phone with an app or a text message or something. I'm like, how you gonna ask me to sign up for it and then it don't come through? So when my house came in, she was just like, she was in her room, I was in my room. She was like, well, Brianna, you out of quarantine for 14 days, this and that. I was like, why? You know, like, I'm kind of like confused, like, why? And she was like, cause you tested positive for COVID. And I was like, I was so shocked and so didn't know what I was gonna do, because like, it's scary finding out you tested positive for a virus, something that makes you sick. And I already have a weak immune system, so like, I'm just like, what? I was like, I know for sure I got it from my little sister, which she got it from her dad. So I was like, I know I already see how the little cycle going at this moment. So I was just so shocked. So like, I was like, okay. So I got to quarantine, you know. So like, it shouldn't be that hard. But, like, you know, the symptoms really didn't kick in yet. Like, the symptoms didn't kick in all the way until the next day. Them symptoms kicked in, like, overnight into the next day. They kicked in bad. Like, I feel like as soon as you find out you have COVID, that's when the symptoms gonna kick in. Like, as soon as the things say positive, you get the note, you get the text message. As soon as you get it, as soon as you know that you have COVID, like, it's gonna boom. The symptoms gonna hit you. They gonna boom, attack you. They gonna attack you very much hard. So I'm just like, okay. At the hospital, they were telling me that if I have COVID, I'll qualify for the antibodies infusion from my age, which only goes for 12 to 17 years old or 18 and 65 and up. You know, and I don't know any other ages, but that's mostly where they are. I had to quarantine. I don't even think I made it through a whole 2 days or so to where my symptoms had got worse. So that was like a Saturday when I found out I had tested positive for COVID. Give it to a Monday-ish where I had an appointment to go. I told my mom to schedule me an appointment for the antibodies infusion because I know the symptoms was getting bad. And I couldn't take it no more, y'all. I could not take it no more. I said, so schedule me an appointment for the antibodies infusion. So she did. She was calling. I think they scheduled it either that Monday or that Tuesday. I cannot remember, y'all. For that Monday or that Tuesday, they scheduled it. I believe it was Monday. So she was like, okay, you got an appointment at 1:45. Get ready. You know, be ready that time, you know. Before then, you know, be ready for your appointment Monday or Tuesday. So I was like, okay. Something was bad, y'all. I was going through the symptoms. I kid you not. These symptoms were so bad I was going through. So I was like, I cannot wait to that appointment. I cannot wait. I was coughing. I was everything. Headaches was on high. Like, headaches was on 100 or something. Like, coughing was coughing every second. Like, I just couldn't. So yeah, so the day of my appointment, I felt so bad. Like, I was feeling bad, but like, where I just felt like I couldn't do it anymore. Like, whole morning of my appointment, I was throwing up, all this, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. I couldn't take it no more, y'all. So I said, okay, I gotta go to the hospital. I got to go to the hospital. I can't do it. Like, I had an appointment that day. I told my mom I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait no longer. I gotta go to the hospital. I gotta go. She was like, okay, I'm gonna wait till KK dad get here so he can take care of KK since they both got COVID, you know. I had COVID myself, but you know, since they both got COVID, they could take care of each other because they won't not let my sister in there. I want to be seen. So he get there like around 10:30ish. Me and my mom go to the hospital. We get there. You know, same old. They had COVID patients waiting outside and this and that. So, they take us back. They said they're going to take us back in the pediatric area. Because then they already seen me the other day, like the last day, 2 days ago. So I said, okay. So, I go back in the pediatrics area. They finally put me in a room because last time they had me in the isolation room for COVID patients. So, they put me in a room. You know, I was feeling so bad, y'all. I was down to my lowest. I couldn't do it no more. I was praying to God. I was just out of it, y'all. I cannot do it anymore. So, yeah. So, I was kind of like rushed to the hospital before my appointment. Like, before my appointment time. I couldn't wait till my appointment time. That's how bad COVID would have you. You know, they did tests, x-rays. They had IV in my arm. They pumped stuff in my arm. Pumped saline in my arm. They pumped some other type of Nazis medicine in my arm and stuff with the IV. Took that. I was kind of feeling better in the hospital. Like, when you're in the hospital, you're being taken care of by doctors who got professional type medicines and stuff. You feel better. So I'm like, I feel a little better, you know, like not as worse as I was that morning, like in the morning. Oh, it was so bad, y'all. I was like, okay, I feel better, you know. They was like, my tests and stuff came out good. They said my x-rays came out good, but they seen like the COVID, like bacteria floating around in my lungs. So I was like, okay, I'm good, okay. It was like it looks like I have time to make it to my appointment, which it was just across the street from the hospital. I was like, okay. I couldn't make it, you know. They released me. I go to my antibodies infusion appointment. If you don't know what antibodies infusion is, it's for COVID patients. It's helped reduce the symptoms or, like, you know, eliminate symptoms. It makes you feel a little better. Like, instead of COVID is bad, it hits you bad. So it makes you feel a little bit better. So I do it, you know. The room is scary in there. Like, the room is freaking scary in there too. Like, they got this big old tube going around the door. I want to cross the door. So I'm just like, okay. Good thing they let my mom in there with me. I'm just like, okay. There's a TV in there. I'm watching TV while I'm getting they put the medicine in my arm. Watching TV while I'm getting the medicine pumped in my arm. You know, I'm going to the bathroom every 10 minutes. That's one of my symptoms I have to tell y'all. I was like, okay. You know, getting in there, feeling still a little sick, coughing a little bit, but the hospital made me feel much better, so I wasn't that much of having all the symptoms. Still had a headache though. Asked for Tylenol, they gave it to me. You know, it was nice. You know, then it was finally up. It only takes, the process only takes 2 hours. It takes 1 hour and a half, like 1 hour and a half, kind of, you know, to get the medicine pumped into you. Then the other hour is for, like, for them to monitor you after the medicine to make sure there's no bad side effects or anything. So, you know, I got through that process good. Go home, you know. I feel kind of better. Like, I feel much kind of like I have a regular cold. Like I ain't gonna say like I felt better like that same day, but like at least over the night and into the next day and days after now, I felt much better. Like, you know, like it's something I could deal with instead of like having to go back and forth to the hospital. Like, I was like, okay, gotta understand it now. Like, you know, I feel a little better. I feel better, you know. So like, yeah, I feel a little better. Day off. Kid you not, when I did find out I had COVID, I had called off from work. So still called off from work because I have COVID still. So I was like, okay, I feel a little better. And that's all the way up to now, guys. And today is August the 23rd. I tested positive August the 14th. I went to the hospital back and forth like around August the 14th through, you know, I said I tested positive, so it was around like August the 15th through the 18th or whatever, when I was going in and out the hospital again, infusion and stuff, this and that. So yeah, that was mostly the story time of how I found out I have COVID. Very sad, but you know. So yeah, now I'm gonna tell y'all my symptoms of COVID, just in case y'all might experience it and not know you have COVID. Go get tested. And I'll tell y'all how bad COVID is. Do not take COVID as a joke. Please take COVID seriously because you do not want this. So yeah, my symptoms was I pee every 10 minutes. I kid you not. I would go to that bathroom every 10 minutes back to back to go pee. And I was getting irritated because you would get so comfortable in bed, you know, from coughing and everything. You know, you get a comfortable spot in bed where you're not coughing that much and boom, gotta go to the bathroom. Like, it's so irritating. So yeah, vomiting. I'm not gonna say I didn't start really vomiting until that same day I had to go get my antibody infusion where it eliminate my symptoms. So I didn't start vomiting until that morning. All morning I was vomiting. Vomiting all morning. I could not stop. Like, then they gave me some medicine for that though. They gave me some Zofran, whatever medicine for vomiting at the hospital. So, and a take home. Coughing back to back to back. Coughing is so irritating. And then you kind of gonna get a sore throat with it too. Like, it's so irritating coughing back to back. Like, chest hurt. Your chest will hurt so bad. Chest pain so bad, y'all. Like, your chest will hurt. Like, it will hurt. You will feel it hurting. Like, you would think like you can feel it inside your, like, that type of hurt. Breathing. The breathing didn't really, like, my breathing was bad, but like it got so bad. Like, it got so bad after my symptoms went away. The symptoms, it was like a new symptom, which was breathing. Like, I had trouble breathing kind of more. because like the COVID was kind of going away, which is kind of still is a little bit, but like breathing became a symptom after all my other symptoms went away. Runny nose after I took the antibody infusion. Had a runny nose after I took that infusion. It really wasn't nothing. So like, you know, I rather have a runny nose than be coughing all the time. Like, coughing had went away a little bit. Body hurt so bad inside. My body hurted so bad, and it kind of still do, y'all, because I still have COVID, but yeah. Your body will hurt so bad in the inside that you feel like you need a massage from the Chinese people. Like you would need to go to a nail shop or massage people by the Chinese people and get them karate type massages done in your body. Or you would need to soak your body all the way, like just sit until like 20 hours or something like that. Like your body will hurt so bad and feel like there's nothing you can do about it. Headaches and a fever up to 104 Fahrenheit. Like 104 fever. Please wear y'all masks, y'all. Y'all don't want to feel that type of pain. Y'all do not want to feel that type of pain. Chills. This was kind of like my worst symptom after peeing. The chills. I did not understand it. Like, I got so cold, and like it felt like Polar Express type cold. Like the air will not be on, the fan won't be on, and I'd be cold. I would have to literally have 3 covers on me in bed, have a jacket on me, have some long pants or something on me. And y'all know if you're not sick, that all that stuff is very much hot. I had to have all that on me and much more, extra socks and all. I was so cold, like I could not, nothing will stop me from being cold. Hot tea, I'm drinking hot tea. It's so cold, like I'm so cold in inside. And then you could tell I was so cold because like when I took a shower, I was so cold and I had steaming hot water come on me. And then when the steaming hot water hit my body, it kind of steamed my body, like as if something like going over you with a needle. Like it steamed like my body. Pass out was a symptom that I started getting like before. Let's see. It was kind of a symptom all around where, and I still kind of experience it right now, you know. Passing out, feeling like I'm about to pass out and this and that, like too much going on. So passing out was a symptom. My eyes hurted so bad. Like that was kind of a beginning symptom I had. My eyes hurted so bad. It felt like I didn't get that much of sleep, which I didn't. That was kind of a symptom. I couldn't sleep at all. It was so hard to sleep. I only got literally 30 minutes of sleep when I had COVID, the most baddest, like the most worstest. And I was weak. And the other symptom was I was very much weak in the inside. I couldn't take it no more, y'all. I could not take it no more. I'm so weak. I kid you not, I couldn't walk half of the time. Like, do not, please wear your mask, because you do not want to be feeling like that. I couldn't walk, y'all. Like, sometimes I had to walk to the bathroom. Like, I was literally stumbling. Like, I couldn't walk. COVID took a really toll on me, like, and it still is. I still have it. Like, I have so much of a weak immune system. I was born like that. A lot of, you know, runs in the family with the health conditions and stuff. So, like, I have such a weak immune system. And COVID is not good for my body. Like, no. The symptoms I still have to this day is weakness, passed out, breathing, and a little cough, a little dry cough, and my body hurts so bad. Like, my body hurting a lot. That's the only symptoms I have to this day. Now we're gonna get on remedies and medicine of what I took with COVID. Like, when I had COVID bad, like, I took ibuprofen, Tylenol. That's most of the names they'll give you in the hospital. Hospital won't really do anything. Mostly for pediatrics, they'll watch. They'll kind of do more, but like, they won't really do anything. Unless you have bad breathing problems, that's the only time they're going to put you in a hospital bed. Like, admit you into the hospital. That's the only time they're going to keep you in the hospital if you have bad breathing problems. Just remember that. Dayquil, NyQuil I took. Zofran, which they prescribed me, even though they gave it to me in the IV. I was very much vomiting a lot. Antibiotics infusion, you know, I want to say that's kind of like what I took, like what I went to go take to reduce all these symptoms. Hot tea with honey. That actually works for your throat and mostly stuff. Inside your body and stuff. Hot tea and honey. Most definitely drink that and all. And if you have COVID. Chicken broth. I had that. I didn't really finish it, but yeah. Chicken broth and soup I had for COVID. That's what I took. Soup, chicken broth, hot tea with honey, you know, Tylenol, Dayquil, you know, night medicine, regular cough medicine, because there's really not no medicine that says, ooh, it helps reduce COVID, like helps stop COVID. Like, you gotta take regular medicines, and the regular medicine have to fight it off itself. Only thing that's made to stop COVID and reduce symptoms from COVID is the antibody infusion, and that's not made to be given to everybody. They don't have it for all the age groups. Next is what they don't tell you about COVID. When I say what they don't tell you about COVID, is the hospitals, the government, doctors, anything. Like, you really want to know half of the stuff until you literally have COVID and you go into the hospital. And some of the doctors kind of just slip out saying it. What they don't tell you is doctors and hospitals really don't care that you have COVID. I'll tell you that right now. They don't really care that you have COVID. Only thing they really do, test you, find out, tell you if you have COVID. Quarantine for 14 days, you know. Quarantine for 14 days. They don't really care unless you have bad trouble breathing. Then yeah, they care. They'll take you in the hospital, admit you in there, keep you, put you on the ventilator and stuff. You know, pediatricians, I don't know how you say it. Children, they care kind of too. You know, if it ain't the symptoms bad, they'll kind of keep you or just have you in there taking care of you until they ready to release you. Feel like you're good enough to go and they'll release you. Next is, they don't keep you, kind of what I just said, they don't keep you unless you have trouble breathing. So don't expect, oh yeah, I have COVID, I'm just going to go to the hospital, you know. They'll do everything for me. No, they don't keep you unless you have trouble breathing. They're just going to tell you just to quarantine for 14 days. Next is the antibiotics infusion I took to reduce my symptoms is only for 12 to 18 years old and 64 and up people. I'm not sure. They kind of have it for kind of other most of other people, like pregnant people and stuff. But that's basically what it is. I know for sure, if anybody wondering, that they don't have it for anybody that's under 12. So like my sister wasn't able to take it. She just had to ride out COVID herself. Good thing I was able to take it because my symptoms was way worse than hers. Hers was like light. They didn't really hit her that hard. But mine was life-threatening symptoms. Mine was life-threatening symptoms, y'all. So next is, if you have COVID and quarantine for 14 days and you decide to want to test again to see if you have COVID, still, your test will still come out positive, guys. Like, your test will still come out positive. Like, I didn't really understand that when I heard about it, but the doctors told me, like, if you go test again after 14 days, your test will still come out positive. You still have COVID. It said COVID, like, you will still have COVID. Like, there's no way around it. So, he's like, you'll waste your time going to test just to find out you still have COVID. Next is COVID lasts in your system for 3 months. That kind of goes with what I just said. If you go to test after 14 days of quarantining and go be out and everything, you'll still have COVID for lasting in your system for 3 months. So basically, you shouldn't really go test until after 3 months to see if you have COVID. And then sometimes COVID never leaves your body. Sometimes it sticks with people. Sometimes people just deal with it for months. Next, if you have COVID, you have to wait 90 days to get vaccinated. which means do not go get vaccinated now that you have COVID, because it will really take a toll on your body and you might just die or something. Like, do not go get vaccinated and you have COVID. It's too late for that. Like, don't do that. Wait 90 days, which is kind of 3 months, and then go get vaccinated. But do not go get vaccinated now that you have COVID. Last thing is, quarantine for 14 days doesn't work. It just stops the spreading the virus from other people. Let me say this again. Quarantining for 14 days doesn't work. It just stops spreading the virus from other people. Also, it stops spreading. It stops you from being outside in contact with germs in the air also. It does not you just come in the bed and lay down for 14 days and get up and boom, I don't have COVID. That's not the case of COVID. There's some things that they don't tell y'all. Like, they don't tell y'all that you quarantine, you done quarantining, you go testing, your test come out positive. There's some things that they should be telling people on the news and stuff. But that's what they don't tell y'all. And I wanted to share these things with y'all just in case y'all don't take COVID serious. And just in case y'all they mislead y'all with some information and this and that. Like, these some things y'all need to know. Hospitals and doctors don't care. You test again for COVID after having COVID, you can still test positive. Antibody infusion is only for a limit of age groups. Like, y'all needs to know this. At the end of this video, but I'm gonna still say, if you don't take COVID serious, I didn't really take COVID serious. Like, I took it serious as I wore my mask, wash my hands, take precaution, do everything to make sure I don't get it. But like, I thought it was just a government type thing, like, in no way it was gonna hit this close to home. Like, I didn't think it was gonna hit so close to home. Like, just like, oh, it's government, it happens to anybody else and this and that. Like, and it set me right down. Like, this video kind of just to show you that you cannot really can't even trust to walk around your household with no mask or stuff. Sometimes you have to, not everybody will take precaution with COVID. You never know what people doing when they're not around you. Like, you never know if they wearing their mask the right way. Do not get COVID. Like, do not take COVID as a joke. Take COVID most seriously. Wear your mask, wash your hands a lot, Take COVID more seriously so you don't get it. Make sure, nobody else around you have COVID. Make sure if you feel symptoms of COVID, make sure you go get tested or stay home for 14 days. And make sure you go to the hospital if you're feeling bad about COVID, because it can kill you. And it almost took me, not gonna lie. So yeah, so this is the end of this video. If y'all have any questions, make sure y'all drop them down below or DM me on my social medias. Make sure you like and comment on this video. Make sure you turn on post notifications, know if I ever upload a video. If y'all want to see more videos, more of me telling my experience, I don't know if this video covered everything that y'all kind of wanted to know and hear about, but if it didn't, I would be gladly to do a questionnaire on my Instagram story either. Y'all ask me questions and I answer them. So yeah. So y'all, make sure y'all take COVID seriously. Be safe out here. Y'all do not want it. And I'm praying for anybody who has COVID. I'm sorry. I have it too. You gotta do it. You gotta deal with it. Be strong and don't give up, because if you have anxiety, depressions, and mental illness and mental issues like me, it will take a toll on you. And you will feel like you can't do it. You gotta give up, but don't give up. Keep going, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to give up, but do not give up. Keep going. You got this. You got this. You got this. I got this and you got this. My quarantine is up end of this week, but I don't know if I would ever feel like I would kind of ever get all the way better. I still have COVID, you guys. So whenever this video drop, when I feel much more better all the way. But yeah. Tune into this video, share this video with your family and friends so they can get the word and the message out, y'all. But yeah, I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Until next time, you guys, bye.